guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a great day. Today's video is going to be another kind of one brand makeup look, and for today's brand we are going to be using Maybelline. The previous one that I posted on my channel I will have linked down below for you guys. That one was Physicians Formula, and I feel like I use a lot more products in that video than I'm going to be doing in this video. So like I said, in today's video we are going to be using Maybelline, so once again another full-on exclusive drugstore brand. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say in this one. I know I always tend to ramble, so let's go ahead and jump on into it. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so you guys get to see my hair in all of its fabulousness. I know, this is basically how I achieve the volume that I get. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and prime my face. Also, just because I'm sure somebody will ask, unfortunately both drugstores and the Walmart that I went to didn't have the Define-A-Brow in my eyebrow color. Brain fart. So I ended up just having to go and use a powder that I already have. I just used the Sigma and Milani powders today. The one that I would normally use I believe is light brown, but everywhere they either just had like a red tone or dark brown, so I really didn't want to just waste the money on a brow pencil that I wouldn't be able to use. But yeah, if I were to pick up a Maybelline one, it would have been the Define-A-Brow one. I know Maybelline also carries a brow product in the little red pencils. I do not care for those at all. They're super waxy and they really don't do anything for me. Okay, so the product that I'm using right now is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. So I'm just going to be using this as my primer. It's like a silicone-based primer, so it's very similar to kind of like Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I just like how it kind of gives a smooth canvas look. Once I have the primer all pressed into my skin, I'm going to leave it just for a couple minutes just so it can really soak in. So while we're waiting, we're going to go into the eyes. So for eyeshadows, I really only picked up two palettes. The first one I have here is one in Chai Latte. I wanted something that would have a nice crease color in it, and it was really hard to kind of find a neutral, like soft brown. This was the best bet that I could find. And then the other color that I have here is one of the Maybelline Eye Studio quads in Smoky Night. So I kind of want to do like a dramatic purple look, but first I want to apply a crease color. So just taking the Sigma E40, I'm going to go into number 3 crease. Is there an actual name? No, it's just called the Contour Crease Color. And I'm going to buff this right into my crease and pull some of the color up. Whenever I'm applying a dark color onto my lid, I don't like to just have no transition color. I feel like it looks really weird, and these are actually a lot more pigmented than what I thought they would be. I was hoping that the base in this would be matte as well. Like none of the quads that I looked at had a matte crease and a matte base color, so I'm probably just going to use my powder as my brow bone shade. Okay, let me see how shimmery this is. If it's not overly, okay, it's kind of frosty, but it's not too frosty. So what I think I'm going to do is apply some of this and then just go in with the powder that I'm going to be using. Let's see. Yeah, it's not too shimmery. I just prefer to have a matte color on my brow bone. I'm not crazy about having a ton of shimmer up there, but this is actually toned down. It's not like a metallic shadow. So now that we have the crease color on, I'm going to go in and work on my lids now. So first I did grab a base just because I wasn't sure how pigmented these are going to be. So for the base I grabbed the Master Smoky by Eye Studio mechanical pencil in the shade Smoldering Violet. So I've actually never used one of these pencils before, so let's go ahead and pop it open and see how it is. So it looks like one side you have a little sponge tip like smudger thing, and then the other side is just, oh, I thought it would be chubbier, just a purple little kind of crayon. So I'm just gonna pop this right onto my lid. I just wanted to make sure I had some kind of tacky base just in case that purple quad ended up not being super pigmented. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it like that and then go into the shadows here. So the first color I'm going to be using is this really nice kind of bright purple, and I'm actually just gonna go in with the sponge tip applicator from the first quad that I used. Just because this way I figure I can really press it in. Ooh. I know I've seen several people talk about these little quads, but I just never really bothered picking them up because all the shades were so shimmery, and I don't know, I like having some kind of matte shadow in a quad. It's just hard whenever you have all shimmery colors because then you feel like you have to pack something else, like if you were traveling. I thought this color was gonna be more of like a bright purple, but it's actually super, super deep. Like here's the purple and there's the blue. I don't know, on my eyes, I almost feel like it kind of looks like an off black color, but whatever, we'll make it work. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this color here. I don't even really know how to describe it. It's kind of like a brownish purpley color. I'm gonna put this into the crease. Okay, yeah, when you go in with a brush, these produce a ton of fallout. Like it's just kind of flicking everywhere just because they are so glittery. Now, if you guys have watched some of my other tutorials or getting ready with me videos, then you know at this point I like to go back to my face makeup. I don't know why I do this. I always do like half of my eyes and then I go back and finish my face just because I feel like I want to put concealer and stuff down here before I go in with liner. I don't know, that's just how I do it. So for my foundation, I'm going with the Maybelline Fit Me in shade 220. I actually went ahead and poured all of it into a bottle with a pump just because I can't stand this bottle, but I think I have a little bit more left in this bottle, so we'll try to get out what we can. And then to apply it, I'm just using the Real Techniques, I think it's called the Miracle Complexion Sponge. I did an entire video of all like my favorite or must-have brushes and sponges. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, I'll go ahead and link it down below. But yeah, I seriously love this guy. It's way more affordable than the Beauty Blender, and I feel like it works just as good, if not better. There we are with foundation. Now moving on to concealer. I'm going to be using the Dream Lumi Touch. It's just a highlighting concealer. It says it illuminates, hides imperfections, and I got mine in the shade Radiant. I've actually gone through an entire one of these before and I knew I liked it, so I went with this one. If you guys are looking for more of like a fuller or just better coverage concealer than this one here, I would go with the Fit Me concealer. It's the Doe Foot applicator one. That's actually a really nice concealer, but I like that this one kind of brightens at the same time. Just a little brush tip applicator, and it kind of has like a salmon-y tone to it. I'm just going to apply this kind of in a triangular shape, and then I like to get my finger at first and tap it in, and then I'll go in with a sponge just so I can really get it right under my eye. So as you can see, this concealer just adds a ton of lift and brightness to your under eye area. Like this side, in my opinion, just looks much better than this side. I feel like I look more awake on this side of my face. So this concealer definitely does give you some coverage. I'm not saying it doesn't. I just feel like if you're looking for a concealer from Maybelline to cover like actual acne or anything like that, then I would go with the Fit Me concealer. But if you're just looking for a concealer to kind of just even up skin tone a little bit and add some brightness to your face, then I would highly recommend this one. I really, really do like it. Now, since this purple shadow ended up being a lot more intense than what I expected to be, I'm gonna go back into the Chai Latte quad, and I think I'm gonna go into the liner color first, using the Sigma E30, which is just a pencil brush. I'm gonna smudge some of this brown color just onto the outer parts of my eyes. I'm not going to drag this dark color all the way through though. I just want to kind of concentrate it on the outer portions of my eyes. And then I'm going to go back into that matte crease color that we used. I like using some kind of brown shade onto my lower lash line. I feel like it kind of gives you the appearance of thicker lower lashes, and since mine are super thin, I need all the help that I can get in that department. Now that I have my lashes curled, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline 1x1 Volume Express Mascara in Waterproof. The little rubber stopper keeps popping out of there. There we go. It's just like a big kind of rubber wand. And I'm going to apply a nice generous coat onto here. And I always like to concentrate onto my outer lashes just to kind of give a more like wah effect, whatever that means. Now to set my foundation, I'm going to go in with the Fit Me powder. I have mine in the shade 315. I'm just taking a large powder brush. I'm just going to apply some of this onto my face, because what else do you do with powder? Okay, so I went to a couple different drugstores and I could not find like a single bronzer. I saw blushes, but I couldn't find any bronzer. So I'm gonna use kind of this all-in-one product. It looks like it has like a blush, highlighter, and bronzer in one. So this is called the Master Highlight by Face Studio, and it's the highlighting bronzer in the shade Light Bronze. So it's just kind of a mosaic powder, but the closer that I look at this, I see that it does kind of have a matte color in here. So I'm gonna kind of try to create a contour first. We'll just get some color on there. Obviously, we're gonna buff this out. All right, so we'll just go in and swirl the product around. This is the Real Techniques blush brush. Okay, so that color isn't too bad. I mean, typically I like more of a matte bronzer, but I feel like this is kind of like a bronzy blush. So I totally forgot about my liquid liner. Yeah, don't ask how, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. This is just the Line Stiletto Ultimate Precision Liquid Liner in the shade Blackest Black. Let's go in and apply my liner. I totally tug my eye. I know that's sometimes a no-no, but what can you do? I've gotten so used to the Milani one. This one is a lot more flimsy. I thought the brush would be a little bit stiffer. I don't know how I really feel about this liner. I feel like it kind of has a shine to it, and I prefer really matte liners. I don't know. I went ahead and applied mascara onto my lower lashes as well. Now to add just a pop of highlight into my inner corners, I'm gonna go back into the highlighting bronzer and use this kind of white opalish color here and pop this right on into the inner corners. Alright, so that is it for the eyes and the face. Now to finish off with the lips, I'm going to go in with one of the Maybelline lip elixirs. Why do I keep saying Maybelline? Obviously it's Maybelline. This is in the color 100 Petal Plush. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good pink on and nothing that's like too cool of a pink, because this is really the only option that I have. Okay, so here, I don't know how I feel about this color. It is more of like a frosty pink on your lips. Yeah, I am not liking this color on its own at all. So this one here is called Caviar Couture. I'm gonna see if maybe I'll apply some of this and then do a mix, just because this is pretty dark. So a sheer coat of the Caviar Couture actually isn't too bad. It looks a lot darker in the tube. You could definitely keep on applying it and build up the pigmentation, but I do want to keep it more on the lighter side. And then I'm going to go back into the Petal Plush just on the inner corners, or inner corners in the middle. Alright, so here is the final look. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that the shades in this quad would be a little bit more vibrant and not so like intensely almost black. I don't know, I thought the purple would, like I said, be more of like a vibrant true purple and not a blackish purple. But other than that, overall, I think I am pleased with the outcome. Now, if any of you guys were curious, out of the products that I use, the ones that I would recommend are definitely this one for sure. This is the Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer. Like I mentioned a couple times already, this is the second one that I've gone through, or second one that I've used, and I really do enjoy these. I feel like it just really kind of awakens the under eyes and just gives you a brighter appearance. So I love this. I do like the Maybelline lip elixirs. I just wasn't too fond of the Petal Plush color that I picked, but whatever, that was my fault. I do have a really like the Caviar Couture color. The highlighting bronzer, it's okay. It's a little bit frostier than what I would like. On camera, I think it looks decent, but in person, it definitely kind of has like, almost like that silver frosty look to it, and I really don't like that. I prefer to stay more kind of like on the golden spectrum than like silver. Other than that, all the other products were, I mean, they were decent. There was nothing that was like super standout besides the ones that I mentioned, but once again, that's all just personal preference. So yeah, I think that pretty much completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It seemed like in the previous one brand look that I did, a lot of you guys seem to be enjoying these. So if there are any other brands out there that you guys would like to see in this kind of format, be sure to leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!